Welcome to the Dirttime channel. I'm Alan Halcon.
I'm Christopher Nyerges.
Dude McLean.
Once again, the three of us together without our fourth partner for the second time, John McCann.
Hi, John.
How's it going, bud?
Yeah.
Wow. You're so nice.
I talked to him last night. It's okay.
Anyway, Christopher, you have some plants here for us. Why don't you talk to us about them?
Okay, this one everybody knows in the West anyway.
Whoa. Not
What?
everybody.
Okay, many people, every child, normal child, has eaten it.
Whoa. What?
Every normal 10-year-old boy has eaten this off of a lawn.
Like this.
It's sour grass. You never tried
What
it?
about if it doesn't grow on a lawn where any normal 10-year-old boy lives?
You mean like in the projects?
Well, like for instance, what about the 10-year-old boys that grew up in this neighborhood and they have this barren oak forest?
Oh, excuse
ground?
me. My kids grew up in this neighborhood, and this stuff is all over the place.
Where's it at here?
Well, okay.
You have to walk 50 feet, Alan.
Okay,
I'm too lazy. We're not doing that.
This is seasonal, and I know there are lazy. What's the Spanish for lazy?
Lazy-o.
Flojo.
Okay, so this is called sour grass. It does actually grow around the world. This one is one of the larger ones. It's very succulent. Children do chew on it, and it's easy to recognize. And what I want to show you, the leaves look like 3 hearts. Okay, and this might be a better example. Sometimes people call this the shamrock. The shamrock is not a clover. The one in Ireland looks like 3 hearts, and the St. Patrick supposedly taught about the Trinity and all that. So at Trader Joe's and some of the stores, you're going to see this sold as shamrock, a small version of this. But the whole thing is edible above ground. I've actually fermented it and made sauerkraut. It's actually pretty tasty. You've had it in salads with me, right?
Yeah, we've had this plenty of times.
Okay, so that's sour grass, and then this one.
Is there a limit to how much you can consume?
Oh, good point. When I was 10 years old, I remember eating this a lot when I was out playing in the neighborhood. And one day I vomited, ate a lot of it, and it's very sour, a lot of oxalic acid, and I vomited. So you want to use it sparingly, probably no more than 20%, if that, of your salad, or if it's cooked, it's not a problem. So yeah, you want to eat it in addition to something else.
Okay.
It could cause vomiting.
Excellent.
This one, again, this is worldwide. This is nettles, so if you touch this, it stings you. Dude, tell us about nettles.
Well, nettle, I have nettle tea almost every night. And I pick this, dry it, and it's supposed to be very good for your cholesterol. It's a good blood cleanser, as they say. And reportedly, there are stories about people who have used this to actually clear up their cholesterol.
Yeah. I make tea from nettles for hay fever, and of course it just tastes good. It tastes like buttered greens, and then when it gets tall, these stalks, they're not quite fibrous enough, but you can actually use it as a low-quality fiber. It's not quite the same as yucca. And so it's a multi-purpose plant. It's good to know.
Here's an old wives' tale from the old country.
Old husband's tale, probably.
Wives' tale.
Wives, okay.
My mom is from Spain, as many people know. And she was always taught, in a field of nettles, if you hold your breath as you walk through, you will avoid getting stung and getting the formic acid.
I don't think so.
Well, hold on. The story gets funnier. So Halcon, being who he is, decided to really test that theory one
Speaks of
day.
himself in the third person.
I do.
Shorts,
Yeah.
Because he's
And
a star.
Like The Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Halcon did this.
Yeah, exactly. And needless to say, that theory was blown out of the water very fast.
Yeah. I'll bet. So this is a good one to know. Now here we have 2 varieties of things that I collect pretty much year-round in Southern California, but it does grow pretty much everywhere in the world. This is a European native. This is white Lambsquarter, and this is the green Lambsquarter. The only reason this has a big leaf is because this is the new spring growth. You were just telling me you saw some that are what, 15 feet tall?
Oh, I saw some in North Hollywood they have to be 15 feet tall, easy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Every part of the plant that's tender can be used in salad or in cooked greens. It's like a wild spinach. And if you look at the USDA data, it's high in all the vitamins and minerals, so it makes a good spinach, makes a good salad. The water that you cook it in is delicious.
Yes.
Makes a really good broth.
Yeah, it's one of the most nutritious plants that you can take in the wild that's easily found.
Easily recognized, yeah. If it's drought and you don't find much else, you're going to find some Lambsquarter. I eat this almost every day.
Yeah.
Because it's just very common. Sometimes I dry it and I'll put it into soups that way.
And it's very easy to grow. You take a handful of these seeds,
And
toss
just
them in
scatter
your yard,
Yeah,
and
the rains will bring it up.
yeah.
Well, the seeds also, if you're making a stew or anything, are really good for helping to thicken the stew? Just throw them in the stew.
Quinoa,
Soup.
Q-U-I-N-O-A.
That's right.
The seed is related to Lambsquarter. So those they put into loaves and do whatever they do with quinoa seed.
Right.
So this is a good one. Makes a great miso soup.
Great.
And then this one, it's a type of a mustard. Let me get a stereotypical leaf. It's very angular. Notice how the leaf is. See how it shows up there. But it's a hedge mustard. And there is the rounded leaf of the common mustards or brassicas. This one is a Cimbrium. It's a different genus. But the taste is very much like wasabi. Wasabi is a type of a mustard. And even when you go to Japanese restaurants, you don't get wasabi, true wasabi.
Right.
But isn't this, did you try this? I mean, this is already a little bit too strong,
Sure.
that little bit
I
of
would,
leaf.
I
I
actually
would
like
never
it.
eat any of this stuff.
If
You wouldn't,
you were Indian or Chinese or anything like that, you would be able to tolerate the heat.
Yeah, but this is good sparingly in salads. One of my favorite dishes is rice made with kind of a watery broth, and you add a lot of these leaves into it and you cook it. So this is absolutely delicious. My favorite wasabi story is the first time I ever went to a restaurant and was served some, and wondering why do they serve so little guacamole as I ate the whole thing. Yeah, oh my God, that was terrible. Anyway, folks, this is just a little smattering. It's all in the classes that we teach every weekend, and it's all in the books. You go to Dirttime and see the links, and I hope you found this interesting today and enlightening.
There you go, folks. We'll have Christopher on in future segments with more plants that he'll share with us. I'm Alan Halcon, Christopher Nyerges, Dude McLean, Dirttime.com.
Goodbye, John.
Check your 6.